Good afternoon, YouTube. Back in the rain, on the walk. And today what's coming to me to talk about is how to stay present while you're around somebody, especially a partner or someone who drives you a little nuts. He doesn't want to be in the video, so I can't put him in it. And again, that comes back to being present. It's extremely difficult to stay in your own field and stay present when you have another person around. And the key there is to not focus on them. Not focus on the annoying little things they do, the sounds they make, and the mess they make. You just focus on yourself and pretty much ignore them in that sense, the stuff that bugs you about them. And that is a lot easier said than done. What I have noticed that works for me, because when I tend to feel ignored or not listened to, not heard, that upsets me. But really, I'm looking to him to give me that attention when I I'm the one that needs to be giving that to myself. And so when I look to him to give it to me, I'm focused on him, and my energy and attention is on him. And I'm the one neglecting and ignoring me. Does that make sense? So for instance, I didn't get enough attention and love in the sense of positive reinforcement when I was young. The love and attention I needed and wanted. So growing up, I looked everywhere outside of me to get it, including my husband. And so it has been me who has been ignoring and neglecting me my whole life. Because I never learned to give myself that attention because I thought it came from other people. And so I still catch myself sometimes looking to him, to Marty, to give me that love and attention. And right then and there, I realized I have left my body. I have left myself. And I've gone outside of me to get that love and attention. And that can seem kind of weird and off. And I feel like I've just kind of got a grasp on that recently. And now what I'm better able to do is to just be happy anyway. Doesn't always work. But most of the time I'm able to just stay in my own energy field. Whoops. And he exists with me and around me, but he's doing his own thing. And I don't need to look to him to feel better because it really isn't his responsibility to make me feel better. I mean, if he wants to and is able to, he can help. But essentially, it's down to me being the one consoling me, giving me the attention and love I need, not him. And I think that's what a lot of people have backwards, that they think in a relationship, the other person is meant to fulfill them. My other half. You complete me. All these stupid little sayings from movies that aren't true. You complete yourself, and then you meet another completed person, and then you come together, and then that would be the most wholesome relationship there can be, because you can be yourself 100%, and that person can be themselves 100%, and then you meet together as two complete 100% people. And then your relationship will flourish because you're not looking to the other person to complete you, to make you feel a certain way. Because if you do that, then you're giving them all your power. If I look to Marty to make me feel seen and loved and heard, well, what happens when he's not able to, or he doesn't feel like doing that? I'm just left in the dust and have no other way of making myself feel better and therefore need to fully rely on him for that. That's unfair to me and him. Sometimes I like to tell him it's completely unfair to me and it is his responsibility. I'm just kidding. It's not. It's not. And once you learn that, relationships get much better. There's a lot less hostility and resentment when you start to hold yourself responsible for how you feel, no matter what. For me, the first step into healing this is to recognize when I leave my body and stop paying attention to me and put it on somebody else. And once you can start to pinpoint those, then you can take yourself aside and apart, which is I feel the most difficult part, because you want to be able to put this on somebody else because you feel so bad. And it's easy to say, you're making me feel this way, instead of I'm making me feel this way. So when you feel that trigger, you can take yourself aside and parent yourself, reparent that little kid who never got that proper love and attention, the little kid who got brushed off, who nobody had the time for or the patience for to just talk to kindly. And you'll see how you talk to yourself is normally the way somebody growing up talked to you. That harsh inner critic you have in your head, that was learned, and that can be unlearned. So when you sit with yourself and you say the nice, kind things that you wanted to be said to you when you were young, after time, you start to trust yourself again. And then you repair that relationship with yourself. Therefore, your relationships outside of you have to improve as well. It's law. And after you can do that, you'll see your relationships can change. And when you start to feel triggered, you're able to step outside of it and not be so reactive. And if you're able to, and it's safe and the other person's willing, you can have a conversation with them about it. When you do this, I get triggered and I feel this way because of, and if they're willing, they can say, okay, well, thank you for sharing that. I understand. It makes sense to me. And they can either be more aware of that behavior that they're doing that throws you off. In the end, again, it's not their responsibility. But if it's someone you love and are close to, they normally will try and give you a hand. Just don't put the 100% responsibility on them to make you feel better, because it doesn't work. You're always looking for somebody else. You'll just jump from relationship to relationship looking for that person who can never be found, because it's you.